Yeah, welcome to the show. It's Ringside Report MMA. Tonight, we preview UFC Vegas 76, Strickland versus Magomedov, Elon Musk training with Georges St-Pierre, and the Fight Pass Invitational going down tonight.
Let's go!
Invitational. By invitation only, like this show. Fred and
Dave.
AJ are invited. Yes,
I gotta interrupt the broadcast with something here.
Oh,
So let's just remember, Dave. Let's go back in time when we celebrated AJ's 50th birthday.
yes.
Caden was not there, and Caden is gonna turn 4. That means AJ might be turning 55.
Oh,
I'm
You
just saying.
guys are on crack.
okay. Yeah, we were trying to figure out how old AJ is before the show because he's talking about all his contemporaries dying, all his friends and everybody around him, everybody he knows, all his contemporaries are passing away. And I start wondering, well, how old are you exactly, AJ? Are you older than you even have admitted to us? And we went to your 50th birthday party, but you know, Fred and I, not too sure exactly when it was, but Fred did the math, and yeah, 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago, checks out, so you may be turning roughly 55. And you know, Fred had to bring that up on the show, AJ, because you refused to tell us whether you were 53 or 54 before the show. Like, you avoided the question. You wouldn't tell me if you were 53 or 54. So here's Fred saying, hey, I think AJ's 55. So we're jumping up
He's
a number.
going on 55. He's 54. September, man.
Yeah.
55.
Going on
You guys
55.
are on crack, man. You guys are on crack. Listen, man.
Doug Hepburn dropping a super chat. He says, hey, boys, I owe you a super chat, Dave, for your amazing Vince work. I guess I did a Vince McMahon impression on a show on maybe Sunday. Honestly, Sunday feels like so long ago. I know it happened, but I don't really recall the show on Sunday. That's the thing with these shows. I do them, and then they kind of disappear. Then they're gone, like, you know, everything just kind of, you know, Fred and I talk about something the next day, and it's like, did we talk about it on the show? And I really have no recollection. But Doug says that I did a Vince McMahon impression, and he's dropping a super chat for that. And he says, if you insult AJ as Vince, I'll give you another. So I'm going to have to insult AJ DeLessio here for the good of the show so we can make some money. And I'm going to have to do it as Vince
That's
McMahon.
okay. Lay it on,
What do you
bud.
think
Lay it
Vince
on.
would say to? Damn it, AJ, you're so fucking old. You probably can't even get an erection anymore. Pathetic. Not like me, I'm a genetic jackhammer. I'm paying people off left and right.
Yeah, he's paid people off
So
left and right, all
sexual.
right.
Why do you grow a mustache, you piece of shit? What's the matter with you?
Well, Vince,
I mean,
I
the
got
voice
a
is
good
very
word to
good.
say to you. Fuck you. You know, you
fuck
old
you
relic.
too. What the hell's the matter?
Well, fuck you. And first of all, he's probably going to be paying a lot of money soon because I'm
Yeah.
sure those lawsuits are coming up.
I
So
hope your
Vince-
mother got the check I sent in the mail. Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah. And your mother was like, you know, very content.
That's right. Are you saying I had sex with my own mother? Because that was alluded to in a
That could make
Playboy
sense.
interview. That is true, actually.
Was that?
Yeah, it's true. My
Damn,
mother
that's
may
it.
have sexually abused me. Thanks for bringing that up, you piece of shit, AJ. Vince McMahon shouldn't have to talk about such matters. Ugh. But it is part of the Vince history that he said he was
What?
sexually abused as a boy, and it seems possible that it was his mother who was his abuser. Yeah,
That makes sense.
there's the truth. There's a little truth bomb for you.
Well, that was like
4
a joke
minutes
that
into
went
the
kind
show,
of
we're
like,
going real hard right into it, right?
Jesus, it went from
Dark
a
side
joke
of
to
the
like,
ring.
okay, damn, it went dark side of the ring big time.
It's,
Well,
you
like,
know, it's
that's
in his
wrestling for
Playboy
you, man.
interview. If you go back and know the Vince history like I do, because I've been following the man my whole life, yeah, he said that in a Playboy interview. Makes you wonder. Doug
well,
Hepburn
you know
dropping
what's
a
sad,
super
man?
chat. Doug is true to his word. I love you, AJ. You too, Fred. Thank you, Doug. I hope you
We love you,
appreciated
dude.
that. That was just for you. So there you go. Sticking to
But
his
it was a
word,
good
though. I
one,
like
man.
that.
Listen, it went from like, it was good, man. It touched a bit of reality at the end too,
I'll
so
tell
it was
you what,
perfect,
man. Your
man.
Vince
Not even planned.
impression is better than your Triple H.
Hey,
Your Triple H is
what are you
decent,
talking about?
but your Vince is better.
My Vince is like very horny. You know, like my Vince McMahon impression is so damn horny.
Yeah, well, all the testosterone, man.
Yeah. He just can't contain himself. You know, he's just like on the border of a boner. You know, he's on that, or he's erect while he's talking the whole time. He's like, oh, God. Ah. You know, that's Vince. That's my Vince impression. He's about to abuse somebody sexually. Which is basically,
which kind of makes sense.
It's most of his
As long as you
day.
don't do it when you're sexually active, we're okay.
Well, you could if you want to like role play, man.
Yeah, that works.
I'm sure Dave
Yeah,
does,
the Vince impression really works for me. I don't know what works for me, quite frankly. I had a couple kids, and then, you know.
What'd you do the Georges St-Pierre, Elon Musk, like, kind of like bit?
Elon, I would be happy to train with you. Elon,
I'm sorry, George.
I think you're a space alien. I'd like to train with you.
I am a big
That's
fan
the
of
only-
yours.
I am a big fan.
Dude,
Can you give me one of those new Tesla truck? I'll train you in the
George,
octagon. Maybe
George,
we can do the
I'm
training
having
in
a hard
Paris,
time
France.
I'm having a hard time understanding you, George. Can you please talk slower?
So Georges St-Pierre says he wants to train Elon Musk for his fight.
Freddie said it.
I'm going to
Freddie
throw quotations in there. Fight with Mark Zuckerberg, which is not actually happening because why are we wasting our time as a society talking about these two cucks fighting? So I don't need to do that.
Dana.
Cucks.
Not according to Dana. Dana
cucks,
says
bro.
it's happening. Listen, man. That's
Dana
not a
White
bad
says
deal,
it's
man.
happening. Dana White also told us that Conor McGregor was going to fight in 2023 and John Jones was going to fight Stipe in this fucking summer. Dana White talks shit, bro. I don't believe Dana White.
Listen, man. I
Where's
hope
Conor?
it happens.
Where's Conor? Where you at? Where you at, George?
Connor's
He's
having some
0-5 now in
hard
the,
days.
as a coach. Didn't you say, AJ, that he would be a good coach, man? He's 0-5.
Yo. Oh, Fred, you weren't on the show last week. I blasted Conor and his performance on The Ultimate Fighter as a coach or as a mascot, really, for his team. He's a Team McGregor mascot. Every single coach in the history of The Ultimate Fighter has been a corner man, right? Every season, every coach, they're in the corner. Conor's not in the corner for his fighters. He's on the side of the octagon wearing a suit, not wearing a Conor McGregor jersey with the track pants in the corner with the water, giving martial arts advice, some shit that he should know about. No, he's talking trash, doing his walking around the octagon in a goddamn suit like a goddamn mascot, and his team is 0-5 in The Ultimate Fighter. They're going to go 0-8. Conor McGregor can't win an MMA fight as a coach, as a goddamn judge. If Conor McGregor was a judge in an MMA fight, it'd be a split decision, and he'd be the guy calling it for the loser. Conor McGregor cannot win shit. He's done.
Yeah, he beat the mascot. Hey, take it easy,
Oh,
Dave.
Conor
He did
McGregor
win
can
that
knock
fight.
out a Miami Heat mascot that he's actually supposed to play nice with. Fucking ridiculous. Conor McGregor's not in the corner of his team. Not a corner man for any of his fighters. And I saw I think it was a tweet today where it was like, Michael Chandler, okay, so you want to duck low and do this, and he was given like serious advice, and then Conor McGregor, he's walking his fighter to the ring, and he's like, he's just doing like a weird dance and singing a song. Meanwhile, his fighter's like fighting for his life. Conor's like doing a little goddamn Irish jig.
Michael
It's ridiculous. I wish I was making this up, but watch The Ultimate Fighter this week. That's what Conor's doing while his fighter's walking to the ring. He's like doing a stupid dance, looking like a clown that he is, not being a serious martial artist, not fighting in the UFC in 2023, and continuing to make his team lose on The Ultimate Fighter. It's a fucking disgrace, man. It's so sad to see the guy fall from grace, you know? He used to be a real martial artist. He used to be a legit coach that you could turn to. When he did The Ultimate Fighter last time he was in the corner, last time he did it when he was against Uriah Faber, he was doing the thing like a proper MMA fighter is supposed to do. Now it's this other thing. And the other thing that he is not an MMA fighter. I've seen MMA fighters. I've seen, 20, 30 seasons of MMA fighters on The Ultimate Fighter in the corner being coaches? He's not a coach. He's not a coach.
It's
He's
tough,
a clown
man.
show
It's tough.
right now.
Yeah, he's a clown.
He's about trying to sell his brand. That's all he is about. He wants the publicity to promote whatever, his Irish whiskey or whatever, promote his brand.
Proper 12, Freddie.
But his MMA career is over, man.
Here's what I wonder.
He'll have other fights.
Yeah.
He'll have other fights. He'll make big paychecks.
Yeah.
But
he won't win.
It won't be anything It won't be nothing meaningful. If he wins anything, it will be against somebody that's really not important. So,
yeah.
Anyways, that's Conor, man. I'm a little bit over it, but I'll still watch his next fight. But yeah,
I just don't understand
what you mean.
I don't understand the choice of Conor McGregor to go, I'm not going to be a corner man. I don't get that. You're the coach. You're the head coach. You're not a corner man? Why are you not a corner man? Does he have a lack of confidence in his techniques, in his skills, in his advice? Because to me, if I'm a martial artist, like if I was a training partner or a coach if I was a coach of the Ultimate Fighter, I would put myself in the corner and be a coach. Like, I am not Conor McGregor. I've never won a fight in the UFC, but I think I could give some advice to some guys. You know what I mean? Like, goddamn, it's your role. Take it. Take the bull by the horns. It's your job, man. Go for it.
I mean, if you're going to corner somebody, you can't be all hyped up, you know. And Conor, he's a little bit out of focus. He's like you said, he's clowning there. So
but
I don't even know if I would want him in my corner.
Maybe he just wants to be a drunken, coked up whatever and not actually take it seriously.
Guys, wait, hold on a sec. You could be hyped up if you want. Like, you want to be animated. I mean, like, Sarah gets animated when he's in the corner, but he's a great coach, a great cornerman, produces great champions.
Sure.
I'm just saying, like, the beginning of the season with Conor, when they were giving the promos, and I saw the very first episode, Conor was in there, man. He was sparring with them. He was like, I was like, oh, man. And I even said it on our show. I said, Conor was engaged. He was in there, man, and he was fighting everybody. But I don't know what happened now.
That's what they showed
that's
you.
What they showed.
You got to really read between the lines of this show, man, because it's heavily edited and there's tons of footage.
Yeah.
They're, of course, going to show you some footage of Conor in the gym. But like I said last week, when they were negotiating the weight, they had to do a catch weight fight. Michael Chandler was negotiating with Conor's manager on the phone. Conor wasn't even there. They did an in-person negotiation, and Conor sent one of his coaches. Conor wasn't even there. There's a lot of shit that Conor is not there for at the Ultimate Fighter, and some of that is, his fighters. He's not actually there for his fighters, and look at them. They're 0-5. They're pathetic. He's not in their corner. He's got some guy from the Crumlin Boxing Club that's, not an MMA guy in the corner giving the main advice. I mean, he's not. It's not just that he's not in the corner. It's that the guys he's left them with are not what Michael Chandler has. If I was a fighter on The Ultimate Fighter and I got to be on Team Conor, I'd be like, shit, man. I could have been on Michael Chandler's team and had some legit technique and learned something and actually improved as a fighter, because all of Conor's guys are staying the same level they were when they entered the house, and that is not what you want to do, especially as a martial artist. You want to be evolving. Chandler's team is getting better. Conor's team stayed stagnant the whole time, and they're losing every fight. And I put the blame on Conor. I got to put the blame on Conor because he's not there.
How many
for
more
his
episodes?
Team. I don't know.
I mean,
who cares?
There's at least
like
three
maybe
more
5?
fights. I think there's
a few more fights.
I mean, there's 3 more first-round fights at least. So, but I'll tell you what, man. I'll put Conor, man. He's just not in it no more, man. And if I was his team, like for all these young fighters, this should be an incredible experience. I remember when GSP did it, and I'm sure guys like Bruce Leroy, they benefited from working with GSP, and there's so many other guys like throughout the history of this Ultimate Fighter for these guys that most of them are unknown. Sometimes you have some guys that are known, but most of the participants in the Ultimate Fighters are unknown, and for them it's an incredible experience, but they're going to come out of this one very disappointed. I'm going to go one step further, though. Conor also, he shared some, it's not only the coaching that he's not serious, man. I feel he's not taking his career serious. He shared some pictures of him and Dylan Dennis training. I'm like, what does that mean, man? You're striking with Dylan Dennis?
What?
You're not even grappling? Yeah, he shared some pictures of him and Dylan Dennis doing some striking drills. And I'm like, that's not gonna get you ready for nothing, man. I mean, that's nothing to be proud of.
No.
It's kind of like Sanchez with that kind of like energy coach. I mean, it's becoming that kind of a joke.
It's
and no
over.
offense to
It's
Dylan
over.
Dennis,
I'm calling it now. It's a wrap on Conor McGregor's career. He's not fighting. If he does come back, he's not winning. I doubt he could pass a drug test at all. He's not getting through USADA. Come on. It's a mess. It's a mess.
I agree.
It's disappointing, man. So don't tell me, oh, Dana White says this, Dana White says that. Dana White told me Conor would fight Michael Chandler in 2023, and he could not get that done. He could not get Conor in USADA. He said, oh, it'll be fine, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. It's not fine. Nothing's happening, Dana. We don't have Conor. And we also don't have John Jones against Stipe, or really John Jones against anybody. It seems like John Jones may also be walking away from the sport, because if he doesn't fight Stipe, I don't think he's going to fight. So the only fight that Dana White is really focused on is fucking fat-ass Elon against skinny-ass Zuck. Get the fuck out of here.
I got Zuck.
I'll take Zuck, too, because Elon just started training jiu-jitsu like this morning, and Zuckerberg's been doing it for maybe 6 months, so that's an advantage. Also, Elon, I've seen him with his shirt off on that yacht. Looks like shit, so Zuckerberg definitely beats him.
But I'll tell you
Elon
this,
said it himself.
Zuck winning a tournament, even though it's at white belt, I still respect that, man. If you're gonna win a tournament at white belt, man, that means you're a pretty good white belt, man.
Yep, you're better than the other white belts in that tournament, at least, you know.
Yeah, exactly. And he's fighting both gi and no gi, so you got to give him like a lot of like credit.
Sure.
And I saw Figueiredo coming out saying, "Listen, Zuck, I'm going to train you MMA." I'm like, you know what? This is getting interesting. To be honest, I'd love to see the fight. All I got to hear now is, like, if Conor was doing really well in The Ultimate Fighter, I would have loved to see Conor come out and say, you know what, Mark Zuckerberg, I think you're way better than Elon Musk, and I think George sucks, so I'm going to coach you. That would have been crazy. I mean, even if Conor comes out now and says,
both guys get their dream team of coaches, and, they train and then they fight. You see, that should be, Dana, man, give me some residuals here, man. I got a great idea for you, man.
Yeah, but they're not going to do it.
Do that in Russia, man.
It's just Elon versus Zuck, and they both hire the best team. Elon has GSP, Danaher. He could probably hire Anderson Silva. He could hire everybody, man, and so can Zuck. So let's do it.
They both can, dude. They both can, and it would be awesome, man. That should be the next Ultimate Fighter. Elon Musk and
you're dreaming.
And Zuckerberg with his team, man.
You're dreaming.
No, think about it, Dave. An Ultimate Fighter, instead of having like Chandler and Conor, you have Zuckerberg and Musk,
and you just train them.
They get like
those
all
are the
fighters,
only two
man.
participant.
But what are we watching for 8 weeks of TV? Them
training?
Just
no,
training videos?
No. The contest is between GSP and, let's say, McGregor, or whoever coaches Zuck, and that's the contest. Whoever's the best coach, man.
Yeah.
I don't think that's fair.
Coach every week.
I don't think that's fair because Zuck has an advantage already. Also, this fight isn't happening, guys. It's all dreams. It's all nonsense. It's all these guys, Zuckerberg and Elon, these two bloated billionaires, trying to keep their names in the spotlight because they're so rich. They also want to be super famous, and they also want people to talk about them. It's just an ego thing. They're not actually going to fight because they don't have the balls to actually do it. They're not brave. They're not tough. They're not really going to do it. It's just wolf tickets. And Dana White is buying into it. Dana White is selling this shit. Why? Because he's got a deal with Zuckerberg. Because him and Zuckerberg are tight, and he wants to help promote Zuckerberg, and he knows if he talks about it, Zuckerberg will be happy and maybe invest more money in the UFC, and that's what Dana wants. It's a business play. It's not real. Don't get suckered into it. They're never going to fight each other. I would love to see them fight each other to the death, but it's not going to happen. I mean, come on. What the fuck?
I'd love to see it happen, but you're right. It probably won't happen, but
Stupid.
You never know, man.
No,
Crazier
you do know. They're
Listen,
so rich.
no,
Why would they risk it? It's so ridiculous.
Listen,
why would you be a multi-billionaire and risk fighting another man on television? It's ridiculous. You'd have to be a moron.
Paul, they've done it.
He's not a billionaire. Logan Paul is nowhere near rich. He's not up there. No, he's not. He's not Elon Musk or Mark Zuckerberg. He didn't invent Facebook, dude. What the fuck are you talking about?
He dropped $50 million to fight Conor on the street, and that was certified. And I'm going to tell you this:
Certified.
They have money, and people. Yeah, but people will come out and you know what? If Musk actually would fight Zuckerberg, everybody would come out to watch that shit. Everybody. You know what?
Yeah,
Listen,
people
Jake
would
Paul
watch
proved
it, but
Jake
you
Paul
know,
proved it. You can say what you want.
Jake Paul proved it.
He did. Jake Paul proved it.
What a disaster.
Is
Anyways,
Logan
all to
Paul
say is,
winning
man,
Money in the Bank?
Yeah, probably.
maybe.
Probably.
There you go. You see what I'm saying? What
are you
does Johnny
saying?
think about that?
What are you saying? That wrestling's fake and the WWE makes poor decisions? Because that's what I would say. I would say wrestling is not real. It is scripted television, and the WWE makes poor decisions in those scripts. Many poor decisions, including putting Logan Paul in the Money in the Bank match. Randy
yeah, but you got to
Bobandi?
give credit, Dave. He's a pretty good wrestler. I saw like his acrobatic stuff. He was exciting, man. He was exciting when he was fighting. He's not
Yeah.
a boring fighter, man.
Okay.
I've seen some of those guys in the WWE and AEW, and I'm like, wow, man. Like, Logan looks way better than them. And to be honest, man, like, Johnny North looks 10,000 times better than most of those guys. So that's what I'm saying is that looking at Logan to what he's done was pretty impressive, especially that flying thing that he did. Remember? It was that flying over the octagon thing. That was impressive, dude.
Octagon.
That was fucking impressive.
Yeah. Sure. I'm not going to go and try to explain to you why Logan Paul winning Money in the Bank is not a good idea. It's just not a good idea. Okay? I'll explain it to you tomorrow night when you watch Wrestling Uncensored here on the Ringside Report Network with Johnny North, because that's when we're going to preview Money in the Bank, because it's Saturday afternoon. Jeez.
No, tomorrow's Friday, bud.
Life is relentless. No, Money in the Bank is Saturday afternoon.
Oh, okay.
I just died, I think. I think wrestling just killed me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a bad move to have Logan Paul in that thing because he's going to win, and it makes it obvious that he's going to win, and most of the fun in Money in the Bank is wondering who's going to win, who's going to get pushed, who's going to get...
I don't think he's the favorite.
What?
I think on the odds, it's LA Knight and Damian Priest are
the
two favorites.
It better be LA Knight. I love that guy. Yeah!
That's what I think I saw.
Oh, he's good, man. He's really good. He's like old school pro wrestler good. There's something to that guy. There's like, he's got a look. He's got confidence. He seems like he's in it for himself, and he's not trying to make friends. He's in the WWE to take the opportunity away from people. That's what I like to see. Stop trying to make friends. Take shit from people. Become a top guy. Be vicious. All right. I'm seeing chatter.
You okay, Dave?
What? Yeah, I'm fine. Shut up.
Little
I'm seeing...
anger issues today, but it's okay,
What do you
man.
mean? What do you
It's
mean
good.
anger issues? I'm fine. Fuck off. Angelo says Dave is fired up. I'm just fired up, What up, Angelo? What up, Doug? What up, Johnny? The guys are talking about the Canadians fucking up another draft, I think. I don't know what happened, but I heard they fucked up.
They fucked up. That's what I said. Yeah, they did.
I heard
again,
they fucked
again.
up. I know that they were really bad all season so that they could get a good draft pick, and everybody was really excited about their draft pick. And then I saw like on Twitter people are really pissed at who they drafted, and I was like, "Oh, Canadians fucked up again. Classic Canadians." Meanwhile, Yankees, nothing, perfect game yesterday. Domingo Germán, no big deal. No big deal.
Yeah, but still, they're not on the top. But
His
the
hands
Canadians,
weren't
man, you never
sticky
know.
when he did it either. His hands were dry, fine. No sticky. Suck it, Blue Jays. Domingo Germán pitched a perfect game. In your face. In your face.
And you missed it.
Listen, man.
Yeah, I missed it. I watched every Yankee game, but I was out in the woods in the middle of nowhere with no internet and no electricity and no cell phone and nothing. So it's like I missed a couple games while I was gone. I missed a couple Yankee games, and one of the two Yankee games that I missed was a perfect game by Domingo Germán. But, it was good news when I came back into cell phone range. I got all these text messages, and Fred was like, "Oh, I hope you didn't miss the game." My dad was like, "Oh, Germán, perfect." And I got like a few other messages. I was like, "Whoa, I guess Domingo pitched a perfect game." That's kind of crazy. And then I did some research and read about it. It was Domingo Germán, first ever Dominican to pitch a perfect game. You know how crazy that is? You know how many great Dominican baseball players there have been? Great Dominican pitchers? Pedro Martinez almost pitched a perfect game for the Expos, but I remember he was just shy of the perfect game. But Domingo is the first ever Dominican ball player to pitch a perfect game, which I think is really historic when it comes to Major League Baseball. Also, it was the largest run deficit in a perfect game ever. 11-0 Yankees win. No team has ever won by that wide of a margin in a perfect game. And a third and final fact for you about the perfect game. The Yankees, every year they've had a pitcher pitch a perfect game, they have won the World Series in that season. So, just saying. The Yankees now have more perfect games than any other team in Major League Baseball. Like any other franchise, the Yankees have more perfect games than all the other franchises. With 4, I think. Seaver, Cone, Wells, Germán. Seaver? No, sorry, not Seaver. What am I saying? Who fucking pitched the first one? What am I saying? Was it Hunter?
Larson.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you.
In the World Series.
Was it in the World
Yankee
Series?
History.
Fuck, I don't know a lot of shit, Fred. There's a lot of shit I don't know. Don Larson?
Yep.
So that was the 4th. Don Larson, 1956 World Series. Sorry, Fred, I don't know everything. I should. I know about the 90s Yankees.
Say, man, the Yankees are 9.5 games back still, so
yeah, man. The Rays, dude. You're not giving any credit to the Rays, Dave.
Unimportant matches, and you will have missed the only important one.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I mean, the Rays are doing pretty well. I mean, let's not forget that. But it's okay. There's always hope, Dave. There's always hope.
It ain't over.
Fuck off, AJ.
Like McGregor could come back this year and fight. There's always hope.
There's no hope in that. There's more hope in the Yankees winning the World Series than Connor fighting again, because Connor will not fight in 2023, and the Yankees might actually make the playoffs. All right, winners. Speaking of winners, I'm a winner. My parlay won last week. It was $20 to win like 200. So
it was fantastic, man. It was a crazy. That was one weird card, man.
I gave you some winners, baby. I gave you Josh Van over Zumagulov. He won a split decision. Josh Van was the underdog in that fight. He won. I think I gave you Neil Magny over Philip Rowe, Tabitha Ricci over Jillian Robertson, and Topuria over Emmett in the main event. Crushed it.
Yep.
4 out of 4 fight parlay. 20 got you just under 200 last weekend. So the Team Dave parlay crushed it last weekend. Big payout. So don't listen to me this weekend, because I'll probably fuck up.
Because last week's card, man, I was surprised that those fights came out. I mean, it was just one weird fight after another, man. Like, I was watching it, and I'm like, what the hell is going on, man? From Justin Tafa and, Santos, Ribas. I mean, like, these were all the ones where they should have won. Well, the Tafa thing, forget it. But I'm just saying, like, the Santos and the Ribas, I was, like, shocked, man. It was ridiculous. And then the one that killed me the most was...
your parlay sucked.
Yeah, my parlay sucked, man.
Terrible.
It was terrible. It was terrible, man.
It happens.
I know.
Fred didn't have a parlay. He wasn't on the show last week.
Thank God.
Fred went camping.
Is that what you did, Freddie?
Illegal fires. Were those fires legal you were having?
From what I understand, yes, they were, because we have like a thing that covers it. Like, it's not a free fire. There's like it's in a bucket, metal bucket. I don't know, man. I was told it was, man. I don't care, man. Well, you gotta be a
shaky,
snitch, Dave.
Shaky. Nobody's gonna come after you now.
Dave.
I think it was.
That's
fine.
what I was gonna say. Fred's gonna get all kinds of like hate mail now.
No, he's fine. I think it was fine. I think it was before all the smoke came in. Fred went to did the fire.
I mean, there was a bunch of water everywhere, man.
Yeah. Well, I was out in the middle of nowhere, and I wasn't allowed to do an outdoor fire. It was like illegal.
Really?
Yeah, in the province, it was like illegal for a couple days because of all
just
the
like
smoke.
The fireworks, man.
We had the worst. We had the worst air quality in the world. It was like it was the city with the worst air quality in all of the world. I was like, oh,
We're
that
above India, man.
that,
Go figure.
that sounds
That's sad,
bad.
man.
That sounds bad.
It was pretty bad,
Oh
man.
man! And
Maybe
you wonder
that's why I
why I
was sick.
shit talk Montreal. Like I'm always shitting on Montreal, talking about how garbage it is. We have the worst air quality in the world. Don't tell me we have a great city. They can't even draft a good player for hockey. Don't tell me we have a good city.
No, he's a good player, Dave.
I mean,
Don't say
Toronto
that. He's
just
a good
elected
player.
a mayor. Toronto just elected a mayor that failed third grade. So
Really?
Did she? Wow, way to go, Toronto.
Jeez. Well,
they're
they don't
fair
really have
play,
a
I
high
guess.
standard for mayors over there. They got crack smoking guys that
Yeah, he
talk
was
in
the best,
Jamaican
man.
accents while they're
Dude, he was
fully
the funniest,
white.
man. That guy was
Yeah.
the funniest mayor
Oh
in the
yeah,
world.
he
man.
was a real upstanding fucking citizen. He's a real leader of men. That guy, talking in a Jamaican accent while high on alcohol and crack cocaine on video. What a fucking mess that guy was. And then hey, they elected his shittier, dumber brother as premier. So hey, fucking Ontario for you, right? Fucking idiot.
I mean, maybe
but
their
not
father
like we're
should
any
be
better here.
Maybe their father should be president of the United States, because I mean, the son of the president right now is a pretty big crackhead.
Way to go, Fred.
The son of the president smokes a lot of crack.
He's a son of a crackhead, man. But let
Yeah,
me tell
probably.
you, Dave. Listen, but you're right. Here in Quebec, we're
I'm
not
not
any better.
surprised.
Our premiers are making out with their sisters. I mean, we
Yeah.
got all kinds of shit here too, man. Like
Fucking
Deliverance is like Quebec.
racist, inbred, fucking jabronis running our province. Fuck.
Basically, man, politics suck.
Yeah, I think they're all garbage. If you're running for office, you're not doing it for altruistic fucking reasons. You're doing it to get rich through shady means. That seems to be why all the politicians run for office. It's either for the clout, for the profile, because some of these people are so fucking desperate, or it's to get rich through shady means. And that seems to happen quite a bit. Pretty much, I can't trust a single politician. I have lived a life, and I have known and seen politicians, and I have never trusted any of them. And I would say I don't trust them as far as I can throw them, but I could throw them way further than I could trust them. What I'm
A nice
saying
Soto
is,
Gary, man. A nice Soto Gary, you just let them fly.
that's what I'm saying. I'm saying I could throw people, but I don't trust people. I'd rather throw them. Fuck. All right.
But there was one premier or one politician out west that was doing jiu-jitsu. I forgot who he was. I'm trying to think who that. It was someone.
The guy from the NDP there, the Jagmeet.
Oh yeah,
Jagmeet.
that's it.
He does jujitsu.
Well, you know what?
I
If he
think.
does
Or he
jiu-jitsu,
did
there's a
jujitsu, I
bit of
don't know.
legitimacy there. I'm sure he's still doing it.
I remember when
know?
they asked him, they're like, "Could you beat up Trudeau because he does boxing?" And he's like, I do jujitsu." He's like, he's got no chance. I'm like, yeah, that's right. That's right. He's also bigger than him too. I think he's like a larger man. Anyways, I don't want to talk about those jabronis fighting each other. It's like fucking Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. It's like, what do I want to watch jabronis fight each other for? I'd rather watch. Well, no, I wouldn't rather watch Sean Strickland and Abuse Magomedov. I think his name is Abuse.
Or Abus.
I'm gonna say Abuse because I think it's better. Yeah.
Well, that's an interesting one, man. It's Abuse hasn't been fighting. This is his first fight in like what, 2.5 years. I mean, you know, he hasn't abused too many people in the last little while. So like, he's coming into the UFC. He's 1-0 in the UFC. I mean, he has a good record on card, man. He is pretty solid. But the thing is that, you know, how did he end up on a main event card coming into his second fight in the UFC?
No idea.
I don't know. Surprising. But the UFC looks at this guy probably as like a huge prospect, huge talent for some reason or whatnot. But, man, you know, you keep forgetting about Sean Strickland, man. Sean Strickland, you know, he comes out to just wear and tear you, man. His cardio is amazing. I kind of like that. I kind of like Strickland the way he presents himself. He's got the big mouth, but he's able to back it up. Great boxing and whatnot. So, I mean, this is going to be interesting, man.
I don't like him. I don't like him.
You don't?
No.
Wow. I'm surprised.
You like how he presents himself?
Well, not
I have
always.
to stop
Not always.
I do not like how he presents himself. He
But
comes
he's
off
funny.
pretty dumb half the time. He comes off stupid, man. He says dumb shit. I'm like, come on, dude. You can't possibly
I
think
mean,
that.
he's
And
a
if you
great
do,
Twitter follower. I don't have Twitter, but I see a bunch of his tweets, man.
Yeah,
I love guy. Look, I'm not saying he's smart, but I mean,
No.
he is entertaining.
okay,
he is entertaining. Exactly.
he says things. He says a lot of shit, but it's dumb shit. He's entertaining, but so is Marty Jannetty. You know what I mean? Like, it's not good. He doesn't seem in his right mind. I wouldn't promote this guy if I were the UFC. He wouldn't be the type of guy that I would want headlining a card, but he does have a fan base because MMA fans are the bottom of the barrel. So
Whoa, easy, Dave.
Oh, sorry.
Easy.
Sorry. There's a lot of MMA fans that are fucking morons. Is that better?
Yeah, but that's in all sports, man. That's hard to say. That's a pretty harsh comment, dude.
I don't know.
That's a pretty harsh comment, man. And I'm going to tell you something. First of all, by saying that,
Okay, sorry.
it kind of upsets me.
Sports
And I'm gonna
fans
tell you
are really
something.
stupid.
No, they're
in
not,
general.
man. Listen, not really, man. I think, listen, man, everybody could be stupid.
Well, come on.
Anybody.
MMA
You could
fans,
be
man, a
president
lot of
the United
MMA
States and still
fans
be
are
dumb.
kind of like, Neanderthalish guys,
not
man.
really.
Like you.
Not true, not at all, man. Because some of the biggest statistics
Here we
for women watching sports is
All right.
MMA. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something, Dave. You know what? If people follow a guy, it's like the Black Beast, man. People follow his Instagram, his Twitter. People enjoy what he puts out. He's entertaining. Sean Strickland, man, he puts out some crazy shit. He's the type of guy that'll fight a guy that calls him out in a ring, and he's done it. I'm not saying that I agree with everything he says, but you know what? He's 26-5, man. He has a pretty decent record in MMA. He's no chump change. I'm not saying that like it's the best main event fight coming with a guy who's only fought once in like 2.5 years, who fought a guy that was pretty much washed out in the UFC. What was his name? Dustin Stoisfus. I mean, this guy was like nothing. But Sean Strickland, man, I like him. I like when he talks. He talks stupid, and he's just entertaining. People want entertainment, man. But to say that the bottom of the barrel, dude, that's pretty rough.
I don't
really?
think he's a good fighter, though. The
I don't think
important
he's.
thing is he a good fighter? And I don't think he's that good. I don't know much about his opponent, so it's hard for me to pick his opponent. But I think Sean Strickland, if anything, all that the shenanigans, the Twitter profile and things like that, they make you like him and maybe forget some of his flaws as a fighter. So he has a fan base because of his attitude and his willingness to say stupid stuff, but his skills, I'm not convinced. So,
well, he's fought some of the best at 185. Fred, come on, he's fought some of the best at 185.
Who has he defeated? Yeah, he lost most of his important fights, man. Who has he really defeated?
Yeah.
I don't have his record in front of me. I'm asking that without knowing, but
Nobody really.
I mean, he got an easy way up, and he lost to Pereira. That was supposed to be for the title, if I remember correctly, and for the number one contender. And he lost to Pereira. And how did he get to that fight? He didn't beat nobody really important to get that Pereira fight. So I don't know. I'm not convinced. He's a decent fighter, but I don't think he's elite. I don't think he'll ever be a champion. I doubt he ever gets a title shot.
Yeah, I agree
Listen,
with you. I don't think he's elite. I don't think he'll be a
Come on.
champion. And let me just read you a quote from his fucking media day for this fight, just so we know who the fuck we're talking about and who the UFC's promoting and what kind of moron they're putting in their main event. Here's a quote that I'm going to read you from Sean Strickland, the guy that AJ was just defending, saying, I like what he says. I agree with his fucking statements.
I don't agree with all his statements. I don't know what statement you're going to read.
I don't agree with
so
all the statements. Well,
Yeah,
let's
but
see
be
what
careful
you
how you
agree
say
with
that,
here,
Dave.
AJ. Let's see
Yeah,
where
be
you're at
careful how
here.
You say that.
All right.
Be careful how you say that.
Well, you be careful how you fucking defend this guy that says crazy
no,
shit,
I
man.
said as entertaining, but I said I don't agree with everything he says.
This is
I don't
not
know what you're gonna read.
entertaining. What he
Well, let
says
me
here
hear
is
it.
not entertaining. It's the type of shit that makes me go, fuck this guy. He's a fucking idiot. This is what Sean Strickland said on his media day, this fucking dumbass. We need to go back to taking women out of the workforce. And maybe that's where we fucked up. We let women vote. No offense. Think about America prior to women voting, Sean Strickland said. They tried to ban alcohol. I don't even drink, but I'm not trying to ban alcohol. So what you did, man, you let these women come into the workforce. Now we make less money. You got kids raising themselves on TikTok. We need to go back to like 1942, maybe 1958, after we fucked up the Germans. I guarantee you he would not be in favor of that war back in the day. Let me tell you, this fucking piece of shit would be one of those guys being like, I think we need to stay out of it. Let them figure their own way out. Fucking idiot. We need to put women back in the kitchen. Only one man needs to be working. So as a collective man group, we need to elect someone that's going to put women back in the kitchen. One man working, raise the wages, and build a fucking wall. Build a fucking wall. I wonder who's going to fucking do that, AJ? That's your boy, Sean Strickland. That's his fucking statements. Take women out of the workforce. They shouldn't be allowed to vote. He wants to take 50% of the population and fucking take away all their rights. That's fucking great. What a smart fucking individual that the UFC should not reprimand or censor in any kind of way. What a brilliant fucking thinker. I hope Abuse Magomedov separates him from his brain. Fuck that guy. Fuck Sean Strickland. Eat shit. Fuck him. Moron. They shouldn't let him speak. He's so fucking stupid. How does he get away saying that shit and the UFC doesn't go, yo, man, maybe shut the fuck up every now and again? What?
But I do think it would be good if families could live on only one income. Unfortunately, we can't live on only one income. But you see, that's not what he said.
That's not what he's saying, Fred. It's not what he's saying.
Maybe that's what he was trying to say, and he fucked up.
Don't try to defend him.
That's part of what I got from it, but
holy shit,
he didn't use the correct way to go there.
He's so fucking dumb, man. He's so dumb. I can't believe he opens his mouth. Like, he's so stupid. I can't believe he allows the world to recognize how stupid he is. What a moron. I can't wait till he fucking fights his way out of relevancy and winds up some fucking brain-dead jabroni on the side of the road. Because that's where he belongs. He's a fucking bum, scum moron. Fuck him.
That's harsh,
man. He can eat shit. But seriously, how are you going to go out and fucking publicly say shit like that and not expect people to go, yeah, fuck you, man. What the fuck is the matter with you? Sean Strickland. I hope Abuse Magomedov's fucking destroys him, but I think Strickland will probably win, which is so sad. And the UFC's going to promote it like it's some fucking victory. Thanks, Dana. Oh, wait, Dana probably agrees with Sean Strickland. You know, he likes slapping his wife every now and again after a couple of drinks, so he's probably right on board with this stupid moron. Fucking hell. Like, has the world gone fucking crazy, or is it me? Like, I don't know what's going on here. But you should see the comments. Yeah, he's right. Oh, yeah. Fucking a bunch of 15-year-old fucking boys that never seen tits in their fucking life going, oh, yeah, I agree with that. Andrew Tate and Sean Strickland, they speak for me, you fucking virgins. Fucking losers.
Don't hold back, Dave. Once again, man, don't hold back.
It's the truth.
But think about it. No, listen, I think, yeah, his statement is like a little bit out of context. I think it's yeah. He shouldn't be saying shit like that. I think the UFC should be like, censoring some of that shit, but they don't. You know why? Because it gets shows like us to talk. And you know what? That's what they want, man. They want us
laugh at it.
Yeah, exactly, man. Because that's listen, man. Because he's going to have people that hate him, but then people are going to follow this guy. People are going to want to watch him. People are going to want to watch him get beat. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to bring fucking
people
eyes.
that will follow this guy
no, he's not.
have low IQ themselves. So,
exactly.
Who cares?
But you know what?
Man?
He's going to get it. Yeah.
Let the dumb people be dumb.
I don't think we should promote somebody because it's hateful speech, man. That's not just dumb. That's hateful.
It is.
You're talking about taking away fucking rights of human beings. That's fucked up. You can't do that. And they're giving him a platform and putting him in the main event. And like you said, he's fucking mid at best as a fighter. So why is he in the main event? Because he talks this dumb shit and he's got a bunch of dumb fanboys that agree with him? They're promoting hate speech. It's fucked up. You can't do that. It's too much, man. Like, it's okay when he's goofy and talking about whatever, going to prison for beating up his opponents, but when you start talking about, like, your political stance and it goes real fucking wide, you go, hey, man, maybe not. Yeah, why defend him, AJ? Thank you, Angelo. Because AJ, I don't know why. I don't know why.
I'm not defending him. I'm just saying
No
let
one's
him
defending
say his
him.
stupidness and let people judge him for the stupidness he says. Unfortunately, we live in a society where a lot of people glorify this stupidness.
Yeah.
And all I'm saying is just like, he's stupid, man. He's not the only guy that's stupid. He ain't the first guy that I'll think like, what a dumbass. But hey, I'll still laugh and enjoy.
Yeah, I'm not laughing and I'm not enjoying. You see, that's the thing. I'm not enjoying, because that's like, it's not funny to me. I don't find it funny.
He's the most outspoken person in like sports. Like, more than Conor, he says weirder shit than Conor. He'll say weirder shit than the Diaz brothers. He'll say all kinds of weird stuff. But you know what?
I'm going to go out on a limb and say, based on his sentiments about women and his whole build a wall and shit, I'm going to say he's probably an anti-Semite too. I'm throwing that out there. The guy hates Jews. Hates Jews.
Jesus,
he
Dave,
does. He does.
Damn.
I can tell. I've got a good anti-Semite radar. A lot of people are anti-Semites, and Sean Strickland is one of them. I'm throwing it out there. He's an anti-Semite.
No, they don't say that.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't like my people. Fuck that guy. I'm telling you, he's anti-Semite. He is.
I have a feeling like, we might get a letter from the Strickland camp, but
But
that's
might be
okay.
Like,
Yeah, it'll be written in crayon, and it'll be fucking illegible.
I am legal, like Conor did.
Stop being mean to me. Sean Strickland says stop. I don't like it. Sean Strickland,
David
man.
Simons.
Dumbass.
All to say, dude, do you think he's going to win?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do?
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
Well, the guy he's fighting is
Okay.
a jabroni that the UFC put in front
No,
of him
he's
to
not.
win.
He's not a jabroni at all, dude, man. I'm going to tell
Well,
you
he's
something.
there to
He
lose.
is not.
I don't know what you call it, but
Listen,
I call it a
knocked out,
jabroni.
he knocked out his last opponent in 19 seconds, man. 19-second fucking beat.
Who was that?
He's a crazy
Who was
finisher.
that?
Yeah, it was Darius Stofaisis, whatever his name was. He wasn't
don't
that
even
great.
know.
He was. I know. I remember seeing the fight, and I'm going to tell you this. No, he's not there anymore. But what I'm trying to say is, he's from Dagestan. Pretty decent boxing. Obviously,
Everybody's from
grappling's there.
Dagestan, dude. It's not a
They
big deal
are.
anymore. Everybody's
I
from
know it's-
Dagestan. I'm from
Well-
Dagestan. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I still think it's a big deal. As soon as I
Half
hear
the
the word
roster's from
Dagestan,
fucking Dagestan, man. It's not like scary anymore.
man, I just think that the guy is coming off a solid like win streak. Outside of the UFC, coming into the UFC, he won impressively in 19 seconds, man, knockout, boom. Okay, he hasn't fought in 2.5 years, but let me tell you, that means he's been training for 2.5 years without the pressures of like recovering from like some crazy fights. I think, when I was looking at these two guys, Sean Strickland is not the most exciting fighter, but he has a lot of skills. That's why he has a pretty decent record. But I think I'm going with the Dagestanian on this. I think his record prior to coming to the UFC and then coming into the UFC, even if people say the guy was a washed out guy, Darius or whatever, he still knocked him out in 19 seconds. This guy here wants to make a statement. And if he's coming into the main event, that means that the UFC knows something about this guy and they really want him to come in to fight Strickland. Come on. There's got to be something behind it. I think he's got the tools and he's got the training camp and he's got the years of not recovering but just training to beat Strickland. I think he's going to take him to the ground and he's going to, even though Strickland is good on the ground, I think it's going to be a different game. I think Abuse is going to abuse Strickland. I think he's got the win.
Okay.
Even if it's not on paper, a lot of people are Strickland for as the favorite.
I'm with you, AJ, just because I think Strickland sucks. He's overrated.
Wow.
As a
Yeah,
fighter.
and go
I
figure
did all
that.
that
Me and
shitting
Brady,
on him, and I'm the only guy picking him to win. Crazy.
You closet
That's
Strickland
incredible.
fan.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Strickland fan. Exactly.
Oh,
Dave.
yeah.
I know why you did that. It's okay, dude.
Dave, you're terrible,
still love you.
Dave.
You're
How
our brother,
dare you
brother.
be a fan of
How
Strickland?
dare me? I know.
Yeah,
You're
it's
right.
okay, bud. We still love you, dude.
I'm such a misogynist.
love
I
him.
hate Sean. I
We
love
still
Sean
accept it,
Strickland.
Dave.
Yeah. Leor says, I hope Abuse knocks Strickland into retirement. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe not into retirement, but maybe.
Why not?
Yeah,
Why not?
Because it's possible.
He can go to
He's too
bare
bad.
knuckle fighting. That's where he belongs. He should go fight
Well,
Mike
yeah.
Perry at bare knuckle fighting.
Well,
Did
Mike
you
Perry,
hear?
He's gonna have a hard
Did
time,
you
man, against him.
hear?
What?
Mike Perry is barely coherent. Did you hear Mike Perry on the Joe Rogan show?
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that one.
Holy
The interview.
shit.
That was crazy,
parts
man.
of it.
What? Is he okay?
Yeah.
Like that wasn't Mike Perry getting interviewed on Joe Rogan. That was Joe Rogan interviews CTE. It was fucking horrible. He sounded awful. He's not right. Like he was never all there to begin with, but he it was.
But
not
Rogan was complimenting him a lot. Like bare knuckles
he wanted
is
to-
really your game. It's that. It was perfect. It was almost created for you. I see where he was kept going. But you're right. But Mike Perry, in the back of his mind, he still wants to come back into the UFC. He still wants to go into MMA.
God.
He's like, I know, dude. But
dude, he sounded so bad. He sounded so out of it. He didn't make any sense. It was rough.
It was a tough one.
It was rough,
tough.
and I go, ooh, maybe you shouldn't be boxing bare knuckle anymore. But hey, Mike Perry was never super coherent, but he seems worse now. And Joe Rogan was just like, well, got him for the podcast. I guess I got to make this work, And he was like doing a lot of talking, trying to get through it. But you could tell Rogan was like, ooh, this guy is not okay. Patrick C. Hamilton dropping a 777 super chat. Thank you, Patrick. I think Doug Hepburn is still the super chat leader of the night so far. Patrick coming in close. Patrick with the 777. He says, I'm from Dagestan. Everyone's from Dagestan. Exactly. Everybody's from Dagestan. You know my friend Stan the Man from Dagestan? What a guy. So many guys from Dagestan.
Dagestan, number one.
We're all from Dagestan.
For wrestling bears, man.
And Angelo says, shut up, AJ, which I approve.
Yeah, there we go. Thanks, Angelo. How long did it take him to say that?
I approve that message. I always approve that message. All right, this fight card this weekend is not great. Do you have a parlay for me, AJ?
It's a tough one. This is the type of card, man, where
forget it. I'll give you my parlay then.
Wait, can I just finish?
No, I'm going to do mine.
It's like it's hard. It's hard to bet on this one because either fight could go either or. There's no one that's really like more dominant than the other, man. Even Blagoy fight. I mean, it's hard, man. But go ahead. I want to hear your picks.
Blagoy. I got Blagoy.
Do you?
Yep.
Okay.
Give you a 2-fight parlay. I gave you a 4-fight parlay last weekend. It cashed in. I'm going to be a little bit more conservative this weekend, give you a 2-fight parlay. Going with Blagoy plus 114 in the opener over Alexander Romanov. And I also like Karol Hossa over Yana Kunitskaya, a.k.a. Yana Santos. And that fight is at featherweight for some reason. I want to talk about that. $20 gets you 69-21. It's not bad. It's a easy little parlay. Couple fights, couple bucks. Gets you a payout of 69-21. 20 gets you almost 70 on Blagoy and Rosa. And that's a Team Dave parlay for the weekend. Keeping it simple. But the Rosa Kunitskaya fight, it's at featherweight, 145 pounds. But Amanda Nunes, the featherweight champion, retired. I don't know why they're having fights still in this division. There's no, what's the point? Why not do it at bantamweight? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yep.
All right, give me your parlay, AJ.
Man, usually I like to stay away from the prelims, but this card is really hard to pick on the main event. So I'm gonna start off. It's going to be a tough one. I'm going to stay away from the Blagoy fight because the Romanov, man, it's either or, man. If Blagoy is able to stay under 240, he might have a chance. But I won't know that till tonight, I think, the weigh-in, or is it tomorrow? So I'm going to stay away from that. I'm going to start the night with Rinat Fakhretdinov against Kevin Lee, who's coming back. So Kevin Lee is coming back. Rinat's a beast, man, 20-1. Kevin Lee coming in at 18-7. Coming back into the UFC. I think Rinat is going to start my night with a win.
Okay, going with a prelim fight. That's rare for you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Dave. I have no choice. Then I was going to go with my pick.
Take your time, AJ. Just fill the time with uhs and ums. That's real entertaining.
Listen, then I'm going to go with Ivana Petrovic. So Ivana Petrovic on the prelims, 6-0, man. This girl is a beast, but she's going up against Luana Carolina, like you said, 8-4. I think Ivana Petrovic is another pick for me on the prelim. Then on the main card, here we go. So I'm going to go with Abuse Magomedov. I think Abuse is going to be able to beat Sean Strickland.
Plus 122 is Abuse is the underdog. Strickland minus
he's-
150, the favorite.
Yeah, but that can change. Then I'm going to go with
Bum,
I'm
bum.
going to go with Ismael Bonfim and
Bonfim to
that-
beat Benoit Saint Denis. I don't know about that. I think Saint Denis is going to pull off the upset in that fight. I like Saint Denis plus 250.
yeah, I don't think it's going to happen, but I'm going to go with Ismael Bonfim on that one. And the last but not least, I'm going to go with Michael Morales. This is going to be a tough one for me because this could go either or. But Michael Morales coming in 14-0, fighting Max Griffin at 19-9. Man, this is either or. But I'm going to go with Michael on this. So I'm really going with luck more than anything. And let's see what pays out.
What a confident pick. At the end of his parlay, he goes, I'm really going with luck, trying to roll the dice here and see what happens.
Man. I got to be honest.
So confident. So he's going with Renat minus 200, Petrovic minus 234, Abus Magomedov plus 122, Bonfim minus 334, and Morales minus 250. 20 gets you 180.
Not bad.
27. 180.27 on a $20 bet, the $20 parlay. 5 fights: Morales, Bonfim, Magomedov, Petrovic, and Renat.
I like
There's
that.
the Team
I like
AJ
that,
parlay. You like it? You're going on luck. Going for luck. Okay.
Only one fight on luck.
Yeah. Fred, you got a thing?
Let's just throw out. I'm going with Benoit Saint Denis. I think he's a good fighter. He's a big underdog, so I'm gonna take a chance on him, and I'm gonna parlay him with Magomed Abu Sufyan.
Going with Abuse and BSD. Benoit Saint Denis. BSD in the house. Plus 250 and plus 122. $20 gets you 158.67. It's a double dog parlay from Fred, which are pretty good. I think your last double dog parlay came through, Fred. So this is not bad. BSD and Abuse. 20 gets you 158.67.
That's
Team
a
Fred
pretty
parlay.
good payout, man.
Yeah, it's not
I like
bad.
that.
That's not
Yeah,
like that.
not bad at all.
I like it. And we are about to watch. I'm watching the.
The jiu-jitsu, man.
They're showing highlights. The show's about to start. It's the UFC Fight Pass Invitational that's about to start on UFC Fight Pass. Anthony Smith against Glover Teixeira in the main event. This is a jiu-jitsu.
No, the main event isn't the main event Felipe Pena and Craig Jones.
Yeah, that's the main. And then it's Anthony Smith against Glover Teixeira.
Oh, okay. So it's Pena versus Jones in the main event.
Yeah.
Co-main event is Smith versus Teixeira. We also
There's
have
also a tournament.
A one-night tournament for $30,000, an absolute tournament, which means open weight.
Yeah.
Haisam Rida, Dan Manasoi, Felipe Andrew, Wagner Roca, Gabriel Arges, Fedor Nikolov, Nicky Rodriguez, and Roberto Jimenez. So quite a jiu-jitsu show going on tonight. Nicolas Marigali taking on Roberto Cyborg Abreu. Roman Bravo Young against Alex Perez. Helena Cravar against Emily Fernandez. So a big
That
jiu-jitsu.
Helena girl is trained by John Danaher, and supposedly she's the future.
Really?
She started like when she was 15 or 16. She started getting noticed.
Wait, she's 16.
Right now, I think she's an adult. I think she's 18 right now, or I might be mistaken. But
I'm seeing
she's
here.
only 16. Yeah. Okay. So she got.
She's
very
16.
young.
Helena Cravar is 16 years old, taking on the 21-year-old black belt Emily Fernandez out of Texas.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's going to be nuts.
Wow. 16 years old, competing on the world stage of jiu-jitsu. Must be.
And who do you
that's
got
quite a
between
phenom
Smith
right
and-
there.
Who do you got between Smith and Teixeira? Straight jiu-jitsu.
Glover, I think.
Yeah, I was going to go with Glover as well.
What are the rules, though? Are there points? Is it submission only? What's the deal?
I'm not sure. That's a good
Not
point.
sure. But I'm gonna watch it, man. I'm more interested by this card than the UFC this weekend. I'll be quite honest.
For sure. But it's just starting now, man. Like,
I
I'm
know.
gonna watch the whole thing. It's gonna be long.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna start by rolling a nice joint. I got some special stuff that I ordered.
Oh, nice.
Climax.
I got some weed the other day from the SQDC.
Welcome.
Pure Michigan.
I got some stuff called buttered toast. Have you ever had buttered toast?
Nope.
That's my new favorite from the SQDC.
Yeah,
I've tried
hit
that.
me.
It's really good. Oh, look at you. You got a whole array.
Garlic breath.
What the hell?
Yeah, I don't think it's a submission only, Dave.
No.
I'm looking. I think it's.
Welcome.
There's points. Obviously, it's going to be
Probably
interesting fight.
ADCC where they get points in the second half.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, but that's
Well,
what's
there's gonna be-
popular these days.
So a big submission grappling Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu event going down right now on UFC Fight Pass. I'm seeing Eddie Bravo there with Michael Chiesa and another guy doing the commentary. So cool to see Eddie Bravo, of course. Fred's going to stay up late to watch the Jiu-Jitsu, but he's got to go to the Eddie Bravo school tomorrow, 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu Montreal, to do Jiu-Jitsu with me.
I will be there.
Yeah. Don't
It's
stay up.
open.
Don't stay up too late. We got Jiu-Jitsu in the morning, man. We got to roll.
No problem, man.
I know. Fred's always good for it.
This big guy is very good. I remember seeing him in one of these last
Oh,
events.
yeah. Who
I
is
forget
he?
his name, but he's very good. I remember.
God damn, man. Seeing these
Looks
guys
like a
do
monster.
Jiu-Jitsu reminds me that I need to practice Jiu-Jitsu. You know, it's like, God damn. These guys are good, man. It's crazy, the levels.
That's going to be a good
you know?
one.
The levels of the game, you know, guys that would completely smash us would get completely smashed by these guys.
Man, but think about it. It's an open weight absolute tournament. So when people want to see like
One
like
8-minute
killers,
round, EBI overtime if needed. So it is submission-only tournament.
oh, it is, but it doesn't say
Yeah.
that on their site.
No, in this tournament, I'm
Maybe for
seeing
the
the rules.
absolute.
Bouts won by submission, loss of consciousness, disqualification, or referee stoppage. So it's submission only, or, you know, ref stoppage because you got choked out.
Jesus, that's
So the
gonna be interesting
tournament,
now.
the tournament is submission only. So it's 1 8-minute round, and if they don't have the a submission after 8 minutes, they go to the EBI rules, which is you know, you either get the back or you get the spider web. You know, you get like armbar position or you get the back mount, and then the guy has to fight out of it, and then you switch if he fights out of it and doesn't get a tap. It's cool. The
It's
big
gonna
guy
be
Dan
interesting,
Manasawi, that guy, Fred,
Yeah.
taking on
Yeah, that might be his name.
Arges.
Yeah, he's very good.
And this is the absolute tournament that's
Man,
starting
and there's
right
gonna
now.
be. Oh man, there's also Nicky Rodriguez. He's the guy who broke
Yeah.
Gordon Ryan's ankle in the last fight, man. Holy smoke! So there's like Wagner Rocca, man. UFC vet, man. This guy was a
Star-studded.
BJJ. He's one of my favorites of all time in jiu-jitsu, Wagner.
It's a cool
Oh,
tournament.
man, it's a
This
crazy
is good,
tournament.
man. I like UFC and Fight Pass getting more involved in jiu-jitsu and
Yep.
promoting it more and doing these cool events because it gets people excited about jiu-jitsu, and it's also a good event for the fans of jiu-jitsu like us. You know, it's like, wow, this is a
Yep.
good show. I just wish it wasn't on a Thursday night. I wish it was on like a Friday night or Saturday night. You know,
Yeah.
Thursday nights
Yep.
it's kind of like, well, I'm gonna watch
Yeah,
it
it's a hard
until it's bedtime. You know, I don't know. It's tough.
No, you're right. They should have had this on a Friday.
See, he's a
night.
Danaher guy. That
Mm.
big guy I was telling you.
Oof.
John Danaher's there.
Pretty good team. Pretty good team they got there.
It's too bad Gordon
Angelo
Ryan's not there. You know?
Angelo Contagonis gifted a membership to the Ringside Report Network. Thank you, Angelo.
Oh, way to
Angelo's
go,
been a
Angelo.
member for over 2 years now, and he gifted a membership that Matthew Henley picked up. So
Wow.
thank
that's
you
awesome,
to
man.
Angelo. Thank you to Matthew for joining up. Join.ringsidereport.net.
Welcome,
If you have not joined already, join.ringsidereport.net. Doug Hepburn wants to know if you've ever had animal face, Fred. I've had animal face before. I don't know if it was by Carmel. Doug asking if you've had the animal face by Carmel. I've had animal face before, and it's pretty good. I like animal face. It's a good herb.
I've had animal face, but I don't remember who does it. But,
No.
yes, I've had it.
I think we got it from that place,
What?
not the thing.
Yeah, exactly. From
Yeah.
the same site.
It was good, though. I
George
really
the
liked
Animal
it.
Steel face.
I remember it was so good that I got it again. Like, I got it once, and I was like, ooh, that's good weed. Let me get some more of that shit. That was
Oh,
good.
it's weed that you're talking about. I thought you were talking about George the Animal Steel face. I'm like, let me see it, Freddie. Show me George, man.
What?
Oh.
I don't.
All right. And
I don't like you.
big shout out to Olivier Aubin-Mercier, who won again at PFL over the weekend.
Oh,
Another
man, you
win
look
for
good, eh?
Olivier with a beautiful knockout. Kneed a guy in the face.
And his whole
Knocked him
tabernacle
unconscious.
thing went viral,
Sweet.
man. Like he screamed out, You know, à Québec, tabarnak.
I think didn't he say Bon Saint Jean tabarnak? I think that's what he
Bon
said.
Saint Jean. That's what he said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bon
As soon
Saint
as the
Jean,
guy, I think it was Dan Hardy. He's like, "Oh, Olivier, great fight. You know, what do you think about that?" And he's like, "Okay, 1 second, Bon Saint Jean tabarnak," and then he went on and did his thing. So he's representing
what the hell he was saying, man.
For Quebec.
It was great, man. But those guys in the crowd had no idea what he meant.
The people in Atlanta don't know. Dan Hardy doesn't know. Nobody on the broadcast team knows. But the people that are watching Olivier back in Quebec, we all know and we all appreciate that he's sending love back to the people that support him and the people that are watching him. And it was great to see Olivier. We're supporting. We're always watching every single one of his fights, and it was great to see him pick up another victory. He's gonna get another million. This guy, I think he's gonna pull it off in the end again, and it's great. It's great for
If he wins it 2 years in a row, when does the UFC start getting interested in him? Like, he's on a good streak, man. He should be.
He is. Yeah, I can see him coming back, man. Kevin Lee is back. You should have like Olivier Aubin-Mercier, man, who's a great Not only is he a great fighter,
if he's a two-time PFL champion, man, that's something.
Yeah, but would he want to go back? Because is the UFC going to offer him 3 fights that'll be worth are they going to offer him 3 fights that'll be worth, upwards of $1 million in a year?
Probably
I don't
not.
think so. Who's getting that?
And
come on, man, that's not happening.
Listen, man. Listen, he's
making more money in PFL. He should stick to PFL. Why would you go to the UFC? Why?
Why? Because people want to know. You know what? You don't get better eyes than UFC. No doubt about it.
Who cares about the eyes, man? You're trying to make money and be a fighter, beat people up, and cash checks.
But Olivier's got the money now. Now he's gonna have to just cement his presence again. I think it'll be great if he comes back to the UFC.
You're such a mark for the UFC, man. It doesn't matter what promotion you're in. As long as the checks are clearing, man. It's the money. At the end of the day, it's the money. It's not about where you fought, who you fought. It's about how much money you have in the bank when you're done so you could quit.
I disagree, man. You know what? How many guys in Bellator that that are the champions and that? Yeah, they're making money. But when you're in the UFC, man, it makes all the difference. That's guaranteed.
There's more prestige, but it's also more competition and sometimes less money. So why would you take tougher fights for less money? That seems like a dumb thing to do.
I can see Olivier coming back, and I'm sure he'd want to.
All right. Fred, final thoughts? NASCAR update? Did this fight just end?
Yes, it did.
He tapped him?
Who won?
Yeah. Manasau.
The big one. I didn't see it.
What kind of submission?
A heel hook.
Oh, he did a heel hook. Nice.
That's I'd say 50% of the high-level jiu-jitsu matches you see end by heel hook. You know what I mean? It's
no gi, yeah.
Yeah, no gi. Those heel hooks, man. That's how people are getting finished a lot of times. You don't see a ton of rear naked chokes, in high-level high-level jiu-jitsu. But, those heel hooks are coming. Especially nowadays. It's a trend. All right, guys. I'll be back tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern, after SmackDown, to talk pro wrestling with Johnny North. Doug Hepburn said it correctly. The best content out there, wrestling, MMA. We are the best. And thank you, Doug. Thank you, Angelo. Thank you, Patrick C. Hamilton. Thank you, Matthew Henley. Thank you, Lior, all the members of the team supporting the Ringside Report Network tonight. We appreciate you. Angelo dropping a super chat right at the end to become the super chat leader of the night. Says, happy Canada Day weekend, you guys. Oh, yeah, it's Canada Day weekend.
Happy Canada Day, man.
I almost forgot about that because I don't celebrate holidays.
Got to celebrate this one, Freddie.
What?
I'm coming over for brunch.
What do you call me, Freddie?
No, I'm not talking to you. You haven't answered.
What are you talking about?
Freddie's brunch, man. Are you having the brunch, Freddie, or not?
What brunch?
Super chat. What are you talking about?
Forget it.
I invited you guys next week for my kid's birthday.
Yeah. I'm going to that. That's not Saturday.
Oh, I thought it was this weekend.
No, it's next weekend.
I'll be there.
And it's on a Sunday.
I thought it was this weekend.
AJ was about to show up at your house this Saturday afternoon, Fred. All right.
It's okay, AJ. You're always welcome. Come watch Money in the Bank with me.
Okay.
Actually, this weekend is my wedding anniversary, so
Yeah,
Jesus, already?
you might be too much.
This is all too much. I love that Fred invites us to his son's birthday party next weekend, and AJ takes it as a Canada Day party this weekend. Like, what is your reading comprehension like? What is happening?
You know what? Like, listen, I've been sick like the last couple of days, man, and today
Doesn't
I'm just
excuse
coming
it.
out of it.
No.
I'm like, I
Not
thought it
an
was this
excuse.
weekend,
No.
but I'm glad you told me, Freddie, or else I would have just showed up anyways.
You thought it was a Canada Day party. How many
Why
French
not, man?
Canadians you know throw Canada Day parties?
I'm sure Fred does.
Not that many. You know what I mean?
There's a better chance I throw a July 4th party.
Exactly.
That's right, man.
Fred is
Go
a,
USA, man.
truly,
USA.
truly
USA.
wishes he was American, even though he never goes to the States. Even though he never goes there, he likes the idea of America. He just doesn't actually want to visit the States. It's a little too much.
USA #1.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, which is so funny to me. I'm like, Fred, let's go to the States. Let's go to New York and do something. You're like, no, I don't want to go to the States. I'm like, you love America.
New York's not the States, man.
Yes, it
New
is.
York's not the States.
Yes, it is. All right, I'll go anywhere. I mean, honestly, anywhere. And you
So
don't wanna go to
NASCAR
the
this
States.
weekend, man. You see now you're gonna get me going. NASCAR this weekend, they're going to Chicago for the first time. They're doing a street race in Chicago, and the people in Chicago are mad because like the downtown part where the street race is happening has been closed for like 3 weeks, which has been causing a bunch of problems. And like when you think of Chicago, do you think of NASCAR fans there? So it's a little bit controversial. We'll see how it gets. Hopefully there's no drive-bys or nothing. But yeah, NASCAR is going into the
I've been
streets
to
of
Chicago. See, this is the thing, Fred, that you need to do, which is actually go to America and visit their cities so you're not completely blinded by the propaganda that you get on whatever you're getting your propaganda from. Because Chicago is actually not that bad. The south side of Chicago, there are some bad neighborhoods.
Have you
but
been to Chicago? I've been to Chicago.
Yeah, I've been to Chicago. I was in the north side of Chicago, and it is completely fine.
Okay.
I even went to the south side of Chicago and saw a White Sox game, and it was completely fine. So, it's totally fine. I didn't feel threatened or in danger in any kind of way. As long as you don't go deep in the south side of Chicago looking for gangs and trouble, you're probably fine. Which is what a lot of people don't understand when they hear about, Murder City, USA, Chicago on the news. They think, well, if you go to Chicago, you're going to get murdered, which is actually not true. If you stay in the north side of Chicago, it's quite segregated, and it's very safe. It's very safe. Very rich, very white. In the north side of Chicago, it's like super safe.
Freddie will stay in Trois-Rivières and fuck that. But I was going to say,
there's
Freddie,
a battle going on,
thing,
by the way. Hold on, I just need to address the battle in the chat.
What's the battle?
So, Angelo dropped a $10 super chat to take the lead in the super chat of the night, and then Doug Hepburn dropped one said "Damn you, Angelo" to take the lead back from Angelo, and then Angelo dropped a $3 super chat and said "Shut up, AJ" to take the lead back, and then Patrick C. Hamilton dropped a $25 super chat to completely take the lead, to jump way ahead, and then Angelo dropped a $20 super chat to take the lead back from Patrick, and now Angelo is back in the
as number
lead. No, because Patrick dropped a 777. So let's see, 7 plus. Yeah, Patrick is just over 30.
It's like a NASCAR race.
I think Patrick has a lead over Angelo by like 77 cents, maybe.
What? 77? That's Patrick's number, man.
Yeah, I think Angelo has I think Patrick has a slight lead, actually, if I'm doing the math correctly.
Let's just say thanks to both of them.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Thanks
it
for
doesn't really
supporting us.
matter the difference or who has given more, but it seems like they're battling, so I'm trying to figure out who's won the
It's a
battle,
fight,
you
man.
know? Because, like,
Who's Elon Musk? Who's
Patrick
Zuckerberg?
dropped one, or no, sorry, Doug dropped one, said, "Damn you, Angelo," and then Angelo dropped one kind of in rapid succession. It seems like there was a battle, and then Patrick dropped one to kind of smashed the whole thing apart, and then Angelo
Dave,
came
you know what
back.
you
So I'm
should
just
get?
trying to be clear with the math and who's winning, even though I'm not sure, but definitely appreciate all you guys
You know what?
supporting,
we should get?
supporting the channel tonight. Super nice.
You know what we should get? We should get some kind of like our production team should get like some animated like two boxers and who like going at it toe to toe, and who gives more money gets a better jab.
Maybe.
Why not, man? It's worth it.
Oh, Angelo
Listen, just
says
quickly
he's
to
ahead by
NASCAR.
23 cents. I'll believe you, Angelo.
Yeah.
If Patrick
23.
wants to dispute that, it's his dispute.
He could drop 24 cents. All you need is 24 cents,
dispute.
man.
I think you're both winners tonight. I think you're both winners. You're all winners. Angelo bought a membership for someone as well, so that was really nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Angelo.
Thanks,
Thank you
guys.
to Patrick.
Thanks, guys. We
Thank you
appreciate
to
it, man.
Doug. Thank you to all the super chatters tonight and all the members, in general that support the Ringside Report Network on a monthly basis. Thank you guys for supporting. We appreciate you. Patrick, Angelo, Doug, Leor, Matthew. I saw a bunch of members in the chat tonight, and it was nice to see all of you. Even those of you who are not members, one day I know you will be, like Miss Brooklyn Lizard and CSL Lorne. One day you will join. Holy Sheet, Big Bob Burgers, and 15%. Shout out to you guys as well. And Patrick and Angelo, you guys are the stars of the show. Thank you guys for supporting. I'll be back tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern, with Johnny North to talk all the pro wrestling. And then I'll be back again this weekend after Money in the Bank to do the Money in the Bank post show on Canada Day.
Let's go, Logan.
So that's what I'll be doing on Canada Day. I'll be watching WWE. So yeah, I don't celebrate
Sounds like
holidays. My holidays are wrestling. I just do wrestling and fighting and stuff. Okay, guys. Thank you. We appreciate you, and we'll see you again tomorrow night right here on the Ringside Report Network.
Please join in and give your support to Ringside Report Network. We've been providing expert coverage and commentary on both pro wrestling and MMA for over 15 years. Go to ringsidereport.net/support to find out more ways to support the channel.